Hello to everyone out there. Happy 4th. I am InstantClassic's. Bringing you another list once again. Gonna try this another time. First off, I'd like to say I was on national TV last night. Anyway, I am a constant reader of 411mania.com. And there's columnist. His name is Julian Williams. Every week or so, he comes out with these lists. They're usually like matches or, whatever moments, promos. I don't know what he does. He usually does, top 10, top 50. But his column is called the top 10. I'll give you the link over there in the description box. Anyway, this past week, he did the top 50 matches of the 21st century, which means anything from the year 2000 till now. And it got me thinking, what would be my list? And I said, hey, let me try to make this. Now, this was the absolute hardest list I've ever come up with. I know that I did that video back in December where I listed the Raw moments. That was pretty hard, but this was even worse. I know I'm leaving a lot of stuff out. I know a lot of stuff is, not in the place it should be. Like I said, I've been working on this list for like 2-3 days now, and I said I just wanted to get this out. Of course, this is my top 10, so don't get upset when your matches are on here. All I ask is if you do think something should be here or something should be taken off, text, comment, video, response, I don't care. Just, respond to me and let me know what will your top 10 be. Anyway, like I said, this will be my top 10 matches of the 21st century. So let's start it off. We're going to start off with, in recent match, some ROH. Mark and Jay Briscoe versus Kevin Steen and El Generico in the Ladder War. This is definitely, speaking of a top, something, probably my top 5 ladder matches of all time. I can't put it at number 1 because I got to think about what everything is, but definitely one of my top 5. This match was brutal. There were so many great spots in this. The big spot for me had to be the Doomsday Device through the ladder. I thought that was amazing. I couldn't stop marking out when I saw that. That match, like I said, it happened just last year, but that match was amazing. It did so much for me when it comes to ladder matches. And like I said, there's just not too much I can say. It was brutal. A lot of in the crowd action, and then them just using the ladder. Good stuff. The good stuff. We're going to go to number 9, and we're going to stay in ROH. Samoa Joe versus Kenta Kobashi. Probably one of the best big man matches. Probably the best big man match I've ever seen in my life. If you want to talk about brutal, then you need to watch this match. I thought these guys were going to kill each other. Ric Flair chops had nothing on this match. These guys at any moment of their chopping could have ripped their freaking chest open and blood would have started coming out because they were just going at it. Kobashi, I thought he was gonna, oh my god, the way he was going to work on Samoa Joe, it was crazy. And then that lariat, oh my god, match is awesome. That's from '05. I believe Mesto gave it 5 stars. I can't see why not. That match was just so much in that match, and it was so great. So that would be my number 9. Number 8, which is, I believe, I take it back. I thought it was my only one. It's my second one. Ladder match, Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley versus Edge and Christian versus Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit from SmackDown. I believe it's 2001. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 2001. 4-way TLC match for the tag titles. I know a lot of people will say the WrestleMania 17 match. A lot of people will say the SummerSlam 2000 match, which I was there live. But I can tell you, this SmackDown match was the best of the TLC matches. Just thinking about, Chris Benoit doing that diving headbutt to the outside and just crashing through that table. It's crazy. Jeff Hardy doing that spot. I forgot who he did it on. It may have been Bubba Ray, I'm not sure. But doing that spot with the ladder, the catapult onto the table, just good stuff in here, man. Like I said, a lot of people disagree with me saying this, but it is the best TLC match they've ever had. Without a doubt, one of WWE's best matches. Number 7, Blood Generation versus Do Fixer from Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor. This, holy crap, what can I say? I'm just, there's been times when I've been watching a match and I was like, wow, that was a great spot. Let me rewind that. But this match was probably the first ever match that I had to pause the match and collect my thoughts, because I was marking out so much, and it kept going, man. It's just, when you thought it was over, it just kept going. And from the first time you thought it was going to be over, 10 minutes later, the match is still going on. The crowd was chanting, "Please don't stop," and I was chanting with them because that match was just crazy. It's not an official ROH match. It was at an ROH show, but it was a Dragon Gate match. But this match was freaking amazing. That's all I can say. Number 6, Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. This will probably be my favorite. No, not my favorite, but one of my favorite tag team matches of all time. I'm not that big of a fan of tag teams, but this match was great. You had two great technicians like Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit going, being partners and everything, and a great team in Edge and Rey Mysterio, going through that tag tournament and everything. And like I said, this match was great. Just the interaction that Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio had together, and there was a point where, oh god, I forgot what it was. It was like Rey Mysterio was running towards Edge like he was going to give Edge a hurricanrana, but Edge turned him around and he pushed him off his shoulders onto Kurt Angle on the outside. Man, like I said, it's hard to describe. Just one of the best tag matches I've ever seen. Number 5, Christopher Daniels versus AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe from TNA Unbreakable for the X Division Championship. This match was just freaking awesome. Metzler gave it 5 stars. I can say this is probably the closest match to 5 stars as possible without it being 5 stars. I can't give it the full 5. I don't know why, but it's still, that doesn't take anything away from this match. And this match is great. Just thinking about AJ's springboard moonsault or springboard somersault, whatever you want to call it, front flip, the spinal tap, and Joe jumping on the outside, and Daniel's moons. Oh my god, this match was not dull at all. I think the ending worked out perfect too, with AJ rolling up Daniels, and that was great. Nothing can be said. Like I said, that's TNA's best match ever, and there's nothing wrong I can say about that. Number 4, and I know a lot of you guys will hate me for this, because I know you'll say this is not a very good match, but in my opinion, it's an awesome match. Probably the best TV match ever, in my opinion. Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin from Raw of 2005. What can you say about this? As soon as I heard HBK's music, I started marking out. JR marked out. He knew it was going to be a great match, and it turned out to be something special. HBK and Shelton Benjamin, they worked so well together. There was a point where I think like 3 occasions Shelton Benjamin had a very, very good chance at winning this match. And that super kick at the end, can't say much about that. Number 3, Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle at the 2003 Royal Rumble. One of the best technical matches I've ever seen in my life. The best part is when freaking Chris Benoit had the crossface on Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle got to the ropes. Chris Benoit pulled Angle back into an ankle lock. Angle reversed that into his ankle lock, and then freaking Benoit reversed that into his crossface. It's amazing. Watch that match. Number 2, WrestleMania 20, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit. Probably the greatest WrestleMania main event ever. There's not much you can say about that match. People say it's tainted because of the whole Benoit thing. I don't care. Every time I see it, it's great. And now that I watch it, it's even better and it's more emotional. And it's just the best main event they've ever had at WrestleMania. And number 1, yes, this is me being biased, but what what bad can you say about this match? Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21. This was so good. If you have not seen this, you should watch this match immediately. I can't describe the match too much because I'm running out of time, but this match was amazing. Anyone who says it's below 5 stars is idiot. That's just me. Of course, you're not an idiot. You just have your opinion. I have mine. That's the best match from 2000 to now. Please let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts. Instant Classic 8 out.